So I have an interesting thing to report. I don't know if I told you guys, but like not this past weekend, but the weekend before, I was down at like a seminar that was called, or not a seminar, it was a training, workshop, conference thing with Alchemist Nation, which is really awesome. I love Alchemist Nation because they've helped me. Walter Amarillo especially has helped me so much. So I can't be more grateful at all, ever. It's just lots of gratitude all over the place. But so during that time, at the end of the weekend, what they had us do was put together a vision, and we did it in stages. Like, we had these cards and we put like environment and beliefs and identity, and identity was also a metaphor, which was really interesting. And anyway, so we came up with these visions for our lives, and I've done like a vision, like an aspirational vision where like all the things I want, but this was much more spiritual and philosophical. And it was transformative for me, because the vision that I came out with, because it wasn't something I was really thinking about. You know, we had these little things. Okay, so in your what do you, like, close your eyes, in your environment, what do you see? And then you describe that, and then you go down the next one, and like, what state are you in? What beliefs do you have? And you write that. Well, you write that one, and you go to the next one, and you close your eyes, and you have a partner doing this, writing it for you. So anyway, the point is, then you turn around and you come back, and you talk about how this flows into this, and how this flows into that, and it kept going. And then put it all together, and I could write it out, and that's my vision. I don't have it with me right now, so I'm not going to read it right now. But what the point is that I, as I was going through this exercise and doing and seeing this vision kind of come into focus, the thought that I had was like, it was beautiful, and it was spiritual, and it was amazing. And it made me realize that if that's my vision, I mean, granted, these are things, I really didn't feel like any of the words that I spoke during this exercise, in these descriptions, were my own. It was a muse thing, right? I really felt it was, I had no idea what I was going to say until I said it, is what I'm trying to say. So I let that flow, and the thing that came out of it was so beautiful and spiritual and amazing, which made me really think, like, if that's my vision, that means I'm beautiful and spiritual and amazing. And that was like a really weird thought for me. I kind of started crying at that point. But since I've been back, I've been able to move aside a lot of the stuff that has been around, a lot of the, I don't know if there are actually some scars that I'm able to kind of shift, or it's just mindset stuff that I've been able to shift. But I've started feeling better about myself, and so I've been able to get stuff done. I've been seeing myself more as someone who gets things done, and someone who's capable, and someone, I'm seeing myself the way that I want to see myself, and not the way I have been able to see myself. And I found this evening that I was just thinking about an interaction I had with a friend of mine, and I was smiling, and I just thought, like, I am a wonderful person. And it was weird. It was a strange thought to have, to be honest with you. And I've been saying it a lot lately. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, no. Like, every once in a while, it's like, I see something about myself, and I'm like, no, that's Oh, that is pretty cool. So I'm having self-esteem thoughts, which is a very big awesomeness deal. It's like celebration time. But it's also kind of scary because it's not a familiar thought. And while it is a good feeling, it's not a familiar feeling. So it's a little uncomfortable. But I need to relax and release. It's good that I noticed that. And I'm just going to relax and release it so that I don't have to feel it anymore. Because I think it's in my mind, it's wrong to think that you like to have a good opinion of yourself, and it's wrong to, much less say. Maybe you can have a good opinion of yourself, but you're not supposed to say it. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to. So however that belief got in there, there are several ways actually that I think it probably did. But however that belief got in there, that's the belief that I've had, that it's not okay. And I don't think this is too uncommon. It's not okay to say that to say good things about myself. And that's a terrible message. Because even as I say it, I'm like, yeah, no, you really shouldn't say good things about yourself. Yeah, there's a couple of voices going on there. But I'm gonna go with the voice that says, no, it's a good thing to think well about yourself, and not go with the one that's saying it's a bad thing. Because I think that voice has gotten me into a lot of trouble in the past. So thank you for your participation and your ideas. I appreciate your input. Have a nice day. Hello. Hello, lovely thoughts. Hello, thoughts that don't make me sad. So that's what I'm going for right now. Yeah, it's good, but it's I'm gonna make sure it stays. And the way I'm gonna do that is every time I get uptight, I'm gonna relax and release it. It is gonna stay this time. And by that I mean like lots of different, like, not this particular thought has ever occurred to me, the like I am a wonderful person thought, but there have been other times in my life where I have a mindset shift and it makes me feel good, and then it disappears. That's not gonna happen with this. I'm gonna keep thinking, no, I am a wonderful person, even when I have thoughts about how I'm not wonderful. So self-esteem is weird. It's a weird feeling. It's a good feeling, but it really does feel like I shouldn't be feeling that way. It feels like there's a part of me that's feeling good about being a good person and knowing that I'm a good person, but then there's like a big part in there that's like ashamed. Ashamed to say something like I'm a good person, or I'm a wonderful person, or to believe in myself. That's interesting. It's an interesting one. Why would there be shame? Like, really? Why do I feel so bad about saying nice things about myself? Why does it make me feel like I really shouldn't be doing that? Like it's bad, like it's gossipy or something? I don't know. But I think I may have always had it. I don't know. it's hard to evaluate that sort of thing from, from the future of that time, by which I mean the past. Yeah, so anytime I get uncomfortable thinking about, whatever it is that is making me uncomfortable, any sort of negativity I have around feeling good about myself, anytime I feel that, I'm just going to relax and release. Because it's not useful. Those thoughts are not useful. They don't make any sense. It does not make any sense for me to feel ashamed of saying good things about myself. There's no reason for that. And what I'm doing right now is I'm actually saying that out loud so I can hear it in my own voice. There's no reason for that. There's really no reason for that. There's no reason that I should feel bad about saying good things about myself. I'm not a bad person. I'm a good person. It feels so wrong to say that. like I should be ashamed. And I do feel ashamed. Because wow. I feel ashamed when I say that. When I say that I'm a wonderful person. That's something I'm going to have to sit with for a little while. Because I'm honestly trying to justify the shame feeling. I'm trying to figure out, oh no, you can understand why you'd feel that way. But I'm looking for the reason, the argument for feeling ashamed of liking yourself or saying at least that you think you're a good person. There's no upside to that. None. Yeah, there's nothing I can think of that that would justify that. That would be an understandable explanation of that. So that's a belief that I am gonna have to. Well, you know what? It's gonna do what it's gonna do. I am going to adjust it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, when it comes up, I'm gonna relax my body, I'm gonna breathe deep, I'm gonna relax and release. And I gotta do this EFT tapping thing. I gotta figure that out. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm grateful for this realization, and I hope anybody out there who feels similarly realizes that it's messed up. It's messed up to feel this way. Not a judgment call. Not judgment. No judgment. It just is messed up. So we're gonna fix it. And I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful to have everybody out there in TV land who hang on my every word. You can do this work too, and it's weird and it's difficult, and I don't want to say it's difficult. It's challenging. It really is. That's the difference between difficult and challenging. It's a challenge. It's not difficult, but it's a challenge. It's just a matter of figuring it out. When something is difficult, you may or may not end up doing it. A challenge is like, It's happening. I just got to figure it out. So yeah, I'm glad for that challenge. I'm grateful for that challenge. I'm grateful for the ability to come on this Facebook thing and say all of this to you, and hopefully if you find it useful. But yeah, very grateful for that. Also very tired, so I'm very grateful for my bed that I'm about to lay down on and go to sleep. So yeah, I'm gonna say to you, I wish you realization upon realization, and not just the strength comes along with the realizations, because they're such like wild realizations, but the support to follow through. So to remind you all out there that you can always choose to have a grateful